Two pints of lager and domestic abuse. It doesn't take much to set off his fuse. The same story for which his sorry life drones. But he doesn't complain, he doesn't moan. He just takes his frustrations out on his wife left at home. And as the drink takes hold and fills the mould of a tortured man who lost all control, he unleashes the darkest depths of his soul. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the drink brings out his darker sides. The irony is he drinks just to forget for a while, but drinks the sadistic bastard with a knowing smile pumps his mind into exile. He's got himself in a daze, red mist descends in a haze. And that's when he smacked her, mind raced and sparks flying firecracker. He's lost sight of what it was he was angry for, but now he's not the only one getting battered tonight. She begs and screams as he beats her to her knees, no chance of relief as she whimpers and pleads. Blood trickles down her lip, the metallic taste ironically distracting her from his next hit. Give her one with the ring on to make it sting. This bitch needs to learn that before she talks, she needs to think. Alcohol, his religion, and preaching wisdoms about his affliction just leaves her clothes stained crimson. I know her crisp whip left their lips split, battered and bruised. They'll fire for a girl trapped in a life so dire. Pain buckling her knees and now she's getting weak. Can't stop her falling, dropping like a beat. Cradled by the ground, she's found her safe keep, and it's then that she realised she'd be safer living on the streets. Concrete growing cold as her body's losing heat. This shambles of a man won't allow her to stand on her own 2 feet. Just makes her the soul out for all his grief. He paints the wall with her blood, his anger the easel, his knuckles the architect, the canvas decorated by his evil. It takes a true artist to live this double life and hide the blame, and once again wake up to the guilt and shame, but fuck it, he'll just drink those away. His emotional release is the only way he's know how, because he was beaten for the sins, just like his dad and his father before him. It's all he knows and it's evidence in all he shows, generation to generation. Alcohol, the catalyst to this temptation. The anger in his core leaving little to the imagination. It's almost as though he looks at it all from afar. His coping mechanism somewhat bizarre. Bemused how the booze makes us confused. Seems like so much to gain and so little to lose. And it becomes truth if you so let it choose. But misuse becomes abuse in the form of a ticking time bomb that's too late to defuse. See, he used to claim he did it for love. Well, it started off as love. She was perfect in every way, so there was no chance he was going to lose you if that was his say. But couldn't she see that she hurt him when she spoke to other men? Or the dangers of being alone without him to be there in her defence? He had to protect her. She wasn't safe without him. And she wouldn't listen when he spoke, so he hit her on a whim. Now she listened. Now she showed respect. So this tuition of romance gave way to his demands at every chance, and day by day transitioned from loving her in every breath she was breathing to loving the feeling of issue in the beating. The power to make her cower and cave to his demands. Her life was now at his command. And now he yearns for the red mist after a few absinthe, and all she learns for is his absence. Because 2 pints of lager is all it takes for me to rise from my slumber and beat my wife till she breaks. So what will it be, mate? Yeah, 2 pints of lager.